everybody! It's Mia recording another video for Glamour Geeks. Today, as you can already see, my face is done up, which means instead we're going to go through my favorite products. I have too many? Maybe. You could probably decide that. We'll start as if I'm putting on my makeup. So we'll start with like primer and then move on from there. And currently, my favorite primer, you think I would have had it turn to the primer? You'd think, but I didn't. I have two favorites right now. And that is the Crecia London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I have dry skin, so having a hydrating primer is very, very important. Ironically enough though, I have the Lancome LA Base Pro, which is actually more of a mattifying one, and I try to use, it says it's for all skin types, but I try to use this whenever I plan on being in front of a camera of sorts, mostly so that way I can, not look too dewy, as it were. Not to look too dewy. So, and I mix them together. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I do. So. Okay, for foundations. You can tell this has had some wear and tear. It is a very loved tube. Would this be called a tube? Anyway, it is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream Plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum, and it has SPF 50. Very important. I like to think that if you're here wanting to learn about makeup, you also have at least a little bit of understanding about skincare. And one thing you cannot do without in your skincare routine, regardless of your skin type or skin tone or color, is sunscreen. But it's always an added bonus to have it in your foundation. And there are foundations that come with it. The other one that I use is the MAC Studio Sculpt, and it has an SPF 15 in it. This one is NC 30, which is a little dark for me, and I usually mix it with the NC 15, and I also use these whenever I have clients. When I have clients, I also use these. I have two sets of them. But this is my baby. And it is in tone medium, which happened to be a very perfect fit for me. Normally, it doesn't really have a lot of tone spectrum, unfortunately. But the medium actually happened to work really, really well for me, so I'm very excited about that. And I will definitely be buying more. It is the perfect summer foundation. It's also full coverage. I mean, I know I said that earlier, but I just want to emphasize that it is full coverage. If you want something a little not quite, if you want something a little more sheer, that's the word I was looking for. If you want something a little more sheer, then you want the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. So mine is light medium, which sometimes can come off a little too dark or too light. My skin tone changes so quickly in and out of the sun that I'm constantly having to mix pigments in my foundation. But for the Wander Beauty, if you want something that is hydrating and a little more sheer because you don't want to have too much going on, this is the way to go. I only have a little tube of it. I tried it and fell in love with it, and now I'm trying to like baby it for those days where I just want to feel like a little bit more put together, but I don't want to put as much effort as this requires. This is what I go to. Ooh, I dropped another one. Is the Hey Honey Trick and Treat active moisturizing cream with honey and propolis. It's a CC as well. So it covers more than the Wander Beauty, but it doesn't cover as much as the It Cosmetics. It's a little bit of an in-between for the two of them. Concealer. I have 4 favorites. I've got 4, but the one that I use the most right now is the, once again, It's Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. This bad boy is thick. It is really thick, and I love that. I wouldn't say I have bags, but I do have creases under my eyes, so a lot of the makeup that I put under them likes to settle between, and this God, you want your stuff concealed, this is the way to go. I'm facing it the wrong way. Mine is in medium. Most of my tone stuff happens to be medium. The other one is the Studio Finish Concealer by MAC. This also has SPF. This has SPF 35, which is more than the Studio Finish Foundation. This one's NC 20. As you can see, I use it quite a bit. Quite. This is the ultimate. This is when you want to go and you're trying to really show up. Like, you're going to a big event, or maybe you're going to a wedding, or you have a really big meeting with the boss, or you want to get a raise. You want something that's going to cover your blemishes and make you look extra super put together. This is the way to go. I cannot stress enough. And I have a lot of things that I do. So like for my photo shoots, typically this is what I use because it covers the best. I don't have that on right now because I'm not doing a photo shoot. And no amount of editing is going to erase anything that is on my face in video. So this is what you use for the big events. This is a powerhouse, as it were. Another one that I use is Juvia Place. It's liquid. It conceals very well. What I really like to use it for, though, is primer for eye makeup. I think that's what it does the best. Not that it doesn't conceal great. It does conceal great. I actually I ordered it online and happened to get one that's a little too light for my skin tone. No matter where I put it, it's too light. So I'd have to get it darker. But until then, I use it as, I forgot my words. I use it for eyeshadow primer. And the last one is the, of the 4, it's the cheapest option. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. I mean, I know you know HD means high definition. I just read what was on there. This particular one is creamy beige, and I also have natural. I use both of them, actually. Normally, I use them less for concealing and more for shaping my eyebrow. I did not do that today. More for shaping my eyebrow, and also use it as eyeshadow primer. I use both of them. If you want a cheaper alternative to the 3 I listed before or mentioned before, and you want to be able to do all of the above that the 3 previous do, LA Pro Girl is exactly where you want to go. And the applicator is like this. It's like that. It's got a little brush. You push into the brush, which I like. I like that. So on dark days, I use creamy beige, and on lighter days, I use natural. For adding that little extra sparkle, pizzazz to your face, I really love using the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This particular one is Halo. I mix it in. I should get a gold one because I am more yellow toned, but this came with, and so I like to use it when I know my makeup is going to be pinks and purples, because it kind of pulls it all together starting from the skin. I again didn't use it today, even though I kind of have a mauve purpley brown look going. Yeah, purpley brown, a little bit of pink in there. So I could have used this, I just didn't. But I love using it whenever I want to give my skin an extra boost. But I do make my foundation a little bit darker to compensate for the fact that it is light. So, you beautiful beast. God, I love you. Okay, now for eyeshadows. For individual, like this. This one's a favorite. This one's Element Beauty. And I actually got it from my Ipsy package, so I subscribe to Ipsy. I have all 3 subscriptions. So the $12 one, the $25 one, and the $50 one. I have all 3. And I also have the FabFitFun subscription. So I get a lot of my stuff from that. This is not a we go out to just buy things. Your girl likes to try, and then if she really loves it, which you'll see later when I get to hair. I know this is about makeup, but I really need you guys to see the level of ridiculousness I operate at when I really love something. Anyway, this is the palette. It is Ariel and Luna. Those are the names, because I imagine Ariel and Luna, or Ariel and Luna. I don't know. But first one is like that. It's a beautiful purple and very shimmery. And then there's this one, which is very, very sheer. It's meant to just go on top. There was a shoot I did a while back where I wanted to do like an all-over pigment, but then added something a little extra on top, and I chose this, and oh man, it sits on top of other shadows gorgeously. And by this I specifically mean this one, the more sheer of the two, goes on like a dream on top of other foundations. So that is definitely one of my favorites. Another one that came in solo, which I like to use as like a cut crease or even as a highlight, is this Wander Beauty eyeshadow, and it says it's crease proof, fade proof, intense payoff. That is a mouthful, and it's called Blossom, and it's kind of like a pinky gold. It's super gorgeous, and it feels extra buttery. Oh my god. So it could definitely be used as either or of those things. First one is the MAC one, and it is the, oh my god, where's the name here? Nude Model. So it's the MAC Art Library Nude Model palette for eyeshadow. Ugh. Looks like this. This is, I got it when I was doing wedding makeup, and it is perfect for that. It has the brown, the neutral browns. It has the nice soft rose goldy look and feel to it. It's got some shimmers there, a gold, a silver, a white, a pink, and a deeper pink. It's got that brown that could almost be black, especially if you pack it in. And it has the perfect size mirror. It fits in my little backpack that I carry around with. It's the ColourPop Cosmetics Garden Variety palette. And I just got it, but that's how much I love it. And it's so colorful on the inside. This is me. This is me. I can't wait to figure out an outfit to use that green shimmer with, but oh man. It's beautiful. There's a lot of shimmers here, and usually I prefer matte, so that already speaks volumes that it's a mostly shimmery palette that I happen to love. For my all matte go-to palette that I never, like, no matter what I'm doing, so long as I want mattes, this is where I go. It is the, once again, ColourPop Cosmetics Little Ray of Sunshine. It's also perfect. It's also just extremely perfect. And it's got some use. It's got some use. I love it so much. It's, it makes me happy. If I want to go for bright colors and buttery goodness, like I'm talking bright colors. Pigment like crazy. Zulu by Juvia's Place. My old boss, Fee, who I love, she owns Glam by Fee Beauty and Bridal. She's incredible. She pronounces it Juvia. I don't know which is right. If you know the correct way to say it, please correct one of us. I say Juvia. She says Juvia. But here it is. This one. This one. Open. Oh, I should have wiped it down. I'm so sorry. But here it is. Bright. It's vivid, it's powerful, it's gorgeous. I literally bought it for the yellow and wasn't disappointed because at the time that this palette came out, there wasn't a lot of yellows. There is now. They have so many and they're gorgeous. Golly, so beautiful. And this color right here, it doesn't have a name on it, but it's beautiful. A rose gold, perfect rose gold. It's so pretty. I literally sound like I'm in love with it. I know I do because I am. But the ultimate palette, not just a go-to, but a dream combo. It's got a buttery texture, it's got heavy pigments, it's got smooth application, just a powerhouse of a palette. You truly can't go wrong. If there was a palette that I could suggest for you that has safety and adventure with shimmers and mattes, all that you can use, that you can't go wrong, if you could only buy one palette and keep that for the rest of your life, the Patrick Star Visionary One Size palette is exactly where you want to go. Exactly where you want to go. Perfect size mirror, very important to me. I can't stand when a palette doesn't have mirrors, which is why I love using the MAC one. I use it more, and I use this more than I use any of the other ones aside from the Little Ray of Sunshine one, because it's got a mirror. Mirrors are, if you have a mirror in your palette, I will spend the money to get it. But look at this. Look at this. It's got some adventure in there, right? Like the blue and the greens and like that purpley, silvery shimmer here. But then it's got like the super black. It's a powerful black. It's incredible. I love it. I adore it. It has a little bit of rose gold. It has like a copper, an actual gold, and then it's got all of these browns and like, oh man, it's perfect. It truly is. It's incredible. Just, let's get the green one. Let's get the green one. Golly, I literally only swiveled it around like 2 times. Like 2 times. That's the green. The green that's also kind of gold. And it's just, God. I cannot express how much this should be the palette. This should be the palette. Sculpting the face for contouring. This is where it gets real. I prefer cream ones. But my ultimate favorite is actually not a cream, it's a powder. And it's the MAC bronzing powder in matte bronze. This is what it looks like. Perfect for my skin. Buildable. It gets on my face and it's like, I guess I'm living here now. I guess I'm living here now. It's smoothed in, it's staying. I am terrified for the day it runs out. Hopefully I will be able to get another one quickly. So far I'm doing good though. So far I'm doing good. Blushes. I have a minor obsession with blushes. I know I can pull off so many colors, but we'll do individuals and then we'll do a palette first and then we'll do individuals. The one and only palette I will ever use, unless one of you can convince me otherwise, is the Juvia palette, the Saharan Blush Volume 2. It's got a red, it's got a light pink, a dark pink, a purple, and then it's got, like, this dark pink is actually a shimmer. This is like a rose gold highlighter, and then there's, if you want to do a bronze, or if you want to use a bronze as a blush, or mix this with any of the others, this is the one. This is the one. God, I love my products. I'm so happy. That's the one. As for individuals, if I want one that's kind of barely there, it's the ColourPop Pressed Powder Blush in Tearing Up My Heart. It has a mirror. I didn't take the plastic off. It literally almost looks like it's my skin tone, so it's like, I don't want to look like I'm dead, but I also don't want to look like I'm flushed. This is the way to go. Perfect. Let's see. If I want a solid peach with no shimmer, this is my peach with no shimmer. It's the brand Note, and the color is number 5 Desert Rose. It's strong. It's not the strongest one I have here of my singles, but it is strong. The Mauve pink color that has a shimmer would be from, is it Mail? I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. I should have looked it up. But it's called Golden Hour, and it's what I'm currently wearing. And it's got some shimmer in it. It's beautiful. If I want a super strong, oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. I swear. I should have had everything out. If I want a super pigmented peach blush that has shimmer, Phase 0 in Making Moves is the only place I want to be for it. The only place. I cannot stress enough how pigmented and beautiful and summery, and you are awake and alive when you put this on. Awake and alive. Awake and alive. If you want something dramatic and red, also heavily pigmented to the point where I have to literally just lightly tap my brush on it and then put it on my face and then like try to blend it out because it's still really strong. It is the St. Luxe Cranberry Bliss Blush. It's strong. It's strong. It's let's see, what is this? Cranberry Bliss? It's as strong as the vodka you pair it with. Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. It's practically broken because I've used it so much. And then I found Other Loves of My Life, which I listed below. I have so many more in there. And I think I have some over there too, but this is the one. This is the one that you can't fail with. You want to dress it up, you want to dress it down, you want to make it simple. This is the one. Eyeliners. I just threw it away. I'll reach in because I'm not ashamed. It is the Wander Beauty Highline Liquid Liner. It's gold, black. I pretty much only ever use black liner up top, and then I can do whatever I want on the bottom. But this one, ooh, Mars pencil liner in black, jet black. It's incredible. It took me until I found that one to fall in love with pencil liners again. That's how much I loved it. And I normally put it the waterline on my top lid. That's usually where I put it, because when I put it on the bottom, it's so potent. I have to have a dark eye makeup look in order to use it, but that's just how strong it is, which is why I like it. Mascara. If you're on TikTok, you know about this one, and it's the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Sky High in black. It is exactly as the hype says it is. It's incredible. I love it so much. I don't usually, surprisingly enough, I don't use mascara as often as people think I do. But this made me start using it way more. And then the actual brow pencil. Ebony is the color I'm using. Ebony is the color I've been using for years, ever since I found it. I used to use their pot. Their that's what it's called. It's called pot. That's what I used until I found this, and it feels more natural, looks more natural, whereas when you use the pot, it's very heavy. It's very, like, instead of having your eyeliner doing the slicing and dicing, your eyebrows are doing the slicing and dicing. So, Anastasia Beverly Hills is the way to go to get your brows done. The thing that I am missing is my shimmer, and it's the ColourPop Cosmetics body shimmer, but it was the Bambi one that comes with like the powder thing. I use it for all of my boudoir shoots. All the ones that show my shoulders and chest, all the shoots. I mean, specifically boudoir ones, but all of the shoots that I have where there is a lot of this showing, it's going on my body. And if for some reason I forget it, then I'm using this Saint-Tropez One Night Only Gloss. It doesn't have a color. It just says a finishing gloss. But it's strong. It's strong, and you should use a brush to put it on instead of your hands. You can use your hands, but you'll definitely have to wash them, and there's no guarantee that it's gonna come off with one wash. So you want something that's gonna, let's say you are a model like myself and you want something that's gonna last you throughout the shoot, and probably a couple layers of clothes taking on and off while you're doing all of the posing. The Saint-Tropez One Night Only Gloss is exactly the way to go. If you want to add a glitter to your face or your skin, and you want it to be like, this has the glitter in it, but it's more like you have a dewy, oily shininess that's a little bit of that has I just like squishing it in there. That has I wish I had the right words. Like, this is glitter. This is glitter. This is more of a shimmer. This is glitter. For lip liner, my favorite ones are the MAC ones, hands down, no question. The one that I use the most, I think only because I didn't have any other browns, was the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Venus. The fact that I still have just enough to be able to read that to you, as you can see, I have used it quite a bit, is bananas. They're both Ruby Woo in MAC, both of them. Okay. This lipstick though is the Retro Matte Lipstick 707 Ruby Woo. Powerful. You want to feel power? You wear these. It's the MAC Pro Lip Palette in reds. I have 3 others, but if you want to feel powerful in a red, but you want different stages of it, this is where you go. Right here. You go to the queen herself of nudes, KKW Nude. I have 2 of them. I have 1.5 and I have 3. I put 3 over, what was the lip color I used? This is the plums in the MAC Pro palette, in the MAC Pro Lip Palette. I use this middle one here. They don't have names, but just this middle one here is what I have. And then I put the KKW Nude number 3 on top. I want a liquid lip that will stay on forever and smells great. I use Half Caked. I have 2 of them. I have Girl Crush and Low Key. They both smell delicious. They all smell like food. This one smells like cherries, but like tart cherries. It smells delicious. It's not like the Robitussin cherry, you know, like the Dr. cherry. It doesn't smell like that. It smells delicious. Buxom Cosmetics in Full On Plumping Lip. It says lip cream. This is where I go. Unless I'm putting it on top of a red, but I almost never put a gloss on top of a red. My reds stay matte, pretty much. Pop Beauty Pout on Point. I don't know what the color is. Oh, never mind. Risque Rose is, surprisingly enough, one of my favorite go-tos ever. I don't need to put a lip liner on with it. at all. I could put a gloss on top if I wanted to, but normally I actually put a butterier lipstick on top of it. So even though this is a matte lipstick, I actually put the Velvet Teddy MAC, which is this one. Looks like this. Put that on top. And then maybe a gloss. And if I do glosses, the Juvia's Place ones, and let's see, I have, nope, yes, guava and mango, because that's how my inner Hispanic rolls. If I want something that's just going to do the SPF thing on my lip, I use a Sun Bum Watermelon in SPF 30. For a singular highlighter item, I use Wander Beauty, and it is called After Hours. It looks like this. Guys, if I'm getting ready here at home, Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Sugar Kit. Thank you once again, Julie, for giving me this. Magical. This thing is England. As for lashes, there are the ones that you can get at the store, which are great, actually. I don't knock those down. But if I'm going for a power look, a dramatic look, one that is meant to steal the show, I go with Tati lashes. 4, 5, and 6 are my favorites. This is 5. Now, I am officially finished. So, thank you so much for joining me and listening to me rant and get excited about my makeup and my favorites amongst my makeup. Maybe I should do a look with these soon. Probably will. But I'm so happy I got to take you on this journey with me. Thank you for nerding out. I appreciate you, my fellow Glamour Geeks. I love you so much.